Okay, today I'm back with my Beautiful Beyonce doll by Marissa, the artist, and it's put out by Ashton Drake. And I made a video showing when I first received her and details, remarks about what I wanted to change. And so one of the things that I wanted to change about the doll was I wanted to take out some of the stuffing, which I did. Before I show you the result of that, I want to show you another Ashton Drake doll and how they're stuffed. And this is, of course, just I'm changing the doll to my liking, but it's stiff. It's, you know, it's not limber. You can't like curl it up to make it like in a cute little sleeping position. It's just very stiff. So I took out the stuffing. I touched in the other video about how you have to be careful when you remove the stuffing that you position it back in correctly so that your baby's head doesn't just flop all over the place, and you don't want your baby's head falling back with no posture, you know, just flopping all over the place. I'll show you another doll. I'll put this on pause. Now this is a Reborn doll that I purchased recently. Luca, I believe, is her name, but I haven't fixed her yet, but you can see that her stuffing is not positioned correctly, and all her head wants to do is just fall back. Well, that's not a natural. You can pull it up and you can try to force it to stay there, but the slightest movement and her head wants to just fall back, and it's actually more drastic than it's probably showing in the video. But to me, that's not how a real baby is. The head doesn't just fall over like that. So you want to make sure you position the stuffing more in the back to support the head, and you do want it to go forward some. So I'll put this on pause again, and I'll show you what I did with my Beautiful Beyonce. Now she is in the original Ashton Drake diaper here, which I plan on removing, although it's in excellent condition. She still had her little bloomers on that were probably from her original dress, which protected the diaper. So I will keep the diaper. I may put it on another Ashton Drake doll, but let me show you how much stuffing I took out of this doll. This is all the stuffing that I took out. It looks like quite a bit. And sometimes you're thinking, oh my, you know, I'm taking way too much out. But you kind of learn the final result of what you want your baby to be like. Let me pick this up. So, like after removing the head and removing some of the stuffing, now she's not so stiff. I can put her legs up like this. Her arms, although they would just flop off to the side, they wouldn't. You couldn't just put them there and they would stay. So let me sit her up. So she will go forward and she will curl up like a baby does, but her head will go back a little bit, but she still has her posture, and it will go from side to side. So the head will move around realistically, but it doesn't just fall to the back like she has a broken neck or something. So, and I did comb out her hair. I've kind of been messing with her, so it's a little bit messed up again, but it does look better. Combed it out and conditioned it and let it dry. So now my Beyonce will, see how she curls up into like the baby position. Because her arms are straighter, she doesn't, you know, if they were curved or bent a little bit, then she would have more of that look. But still it's a lot better. So I was thinking about dressing my Beyonce. I got her Monday and this is Saturday. So I went to some yard sales and I purchased some clothes, a few items, but in the process, and the seed of this had already been planted in my mind because another person on YouTube had done this with their baby. But I kept, I would put girl clothes on this baby and it just didn't seem to be working for me. So hold on, I'll put a little girly outfit on. So I'm not going to put the little top on completely, but I just kind of placed it on her, and over I kept thinking, maybe this baby looks more like a boy than a girl. And so I put just a simple little boy outfit on her. I'll put that on her right now. So I put this simple little one-piece, it's a newborn size baby boy little outfit on her, and it's just like the light bulb went off. I put these little smiley face socks, which were actually for a girl, but they could be for a boy. And this baby, to me, looks more like a boy than a girl, to me. And there was another person on YouTube that said once they changed it into a boy, that they were much happier with the doll. And so I thought it was really interesting. Actually, this little outfit is a little snug. So, but I've decided to make this baby a boy. And instead of Beautiful Beyonce, he's going to be Beautiful Boyonce. Because he is a beautiful boy. If you look at him in his little boy outfit, he looks like one of those boy babies that are just almost too pretty to be a boy, but they still look like a boy. So I have a diaper, cloth diaper, and a little outfit that I'm going to put on him that I haven't put on him yet, as of yet. So I'm going to dress him as a boy and see if that works for me totally. But I'm pretty convinced that this baby is now a boy. And also, another reason that I chose to go with the boy, the little feet are just more boyish looking than girlish looking. Kind of stubby, just, they have more of a boyish look. And the hands, in my opinion, look kind of bigger and wider and just more boyish. It doesn't mean that a little girl can't have those traits, you know, but to me, it was just working better for the boy thing. So, we're definitely, I'm pretty sure, going to go with the Beautiful Boyonce. So we're going to put him in his little diaper, little cloth diaper. Position it here. I don't have any baby pins right now, so I'm just going to use a regular safety pin. He's a doll. He's not going to get hurt, and he's not full-bodied silicone, which even if you used a baby safety pin, you'd still have to be careful. But he's cloth body, so everything will be good. Get his little diaper on. I chose a cloth diaper. That's just how I wanted to go. The disposable diapers get all wadded up after a bit, and unless you just change them, they kind of start to look a bit nasty. And so the cloth diaper, you can wash if it you know, starts looking a little dingy or whatever, replace it, but usually it'll go longer than the disposable diapers. So I've got this little shirt that I'm gonna put on him, little boy shirt. I'm not sure what size this little shirt is. Its tag has been cut off, and I think it is more of a vintage shirt, and it's probably bigger than, maybe it's bigger than he needs, but like I said, the newborn size was really kind of tight. It was tight. It fit, but it was just like barely. Not what I would put on the kid. Okay. So yeah, that's a little big, but it has a little romper type thing. And like I said, I believe this is vintage. And I don't know that the shirt actually goes with this romper, but it came with it when I think I purchased it at a yard sale maybe. So I originally wanted to dress the baby as Beautiful Beyonce. I know she came with a really pretty dress originally from Ashton Drake, and this baby's dress was not with her when I purchased her. She did come in her original sleeper that came from Ashton Drake, but the dress was gone. So I'm going to put this on pause and fix this. Okay, so the straps were like way too long, so I did a quick fix in the back, and I pinned them. I took them up where they needed to be and just pinned it and tucked it in. So just a quick fix. So that's cute. I'm liking it. So I've got little socks, if I can find them. I got little vintage socks. Those are vintage baby socks. And they're pretty small too. I'd say these are a newborn size baby sock. So put these on. Actually, the elastic in the top of the sock is pretty well deteriorated, but I mean they will do just fine, and I can always replace them with another sock at another time. But this kind of matches the outfit, and that's what we're going to go with right now. Yeah, these socks are definitely very small. They don't have much length for the little foot. So I don't, maybe they've shrunk up over time. I don't know how they ever even fit a real baby's foot with being long enough for the actual foot to go in there. So I have some little shoes, little cloth shoes that match the outfit too as far as colors, and we're going to put that on. As I discussed with silicone babies and shoes, anything tight on them, if you leave it on for long periods of time or in the heat, you know, it can make a permanent indention in the silicone. But we're just going to dress the baby. I won't leave it on permanently or for a long period of time. So by just buying some things at yard sales, we've made him a cute little outfit. And actually, I like it better than like if I'd went to the department store and bought a new one. It's cute, it's kind of original, you know, as far as you're probably not going to see one like it just everywhere. So I'm trying to show you his how he positions now with some of the stuffing out. You can curl him up, make him look like a real baby curled up. Now when I took the cable tie off of his cloth body, and well, I haven't cut this one yet. Actually, I did it, took it off, took his head off, and removed some of the stuffing. I did it 3 times before I got it the way I wanted it. But I did damage his cloth body. It ripped there some. Now I could sew that, you know, and make a quick mend of it, which I may do for the short run, but I do know how to make a new cloth body by just using the old one as a pattern. And I probably will do that at some point. I'll show you another doll, Ashton Drake doll, that came. She was dirty. Her cloth body was, it was trashed. It was soiled, stained, ripped. There just was no saving it. So you either had to buy a Reborn doe suede body online, or make one, you know, use the old one as the pattern. And as I touched on in the other video that I made of this baby, I like to keep my Ashton Drake babies as close to original as possible, but still adjust them to the way that I like them and I'm going to enjoy them, because the way they come stiff and just some aspects of them, for me, I don't enjoy it that way. So, and I am able to do some adjusting. So, and I also did blush this baby some too. There's light blushing on his cheeks and his elbows. It might have rubbed off some, but the silicone things just don't want to stick. And originally I was going to paint in these, baby came with these little nicks, dings in its face, which to me just makes the baby original. And I was going to paint them brown, like face markings like a baby from India would have, or like a, you know, tribal marking type thing. And then I changed my mind. Well, actually, I tried. The paint does not want to stick to the silicone. I do not have silicone paint. But then I looked up chickenpox, and although it's rare for a newborn baby to have chickenpox, it is possible. And chickenpox do not always leave scars, but of course we all know that sometimes they do. So I'm going to just, in my play world, pretend that this baby did have chickenpox as a newborn, and they did leave some scarring. So he has the scarring on his face. I had to stop the video for just a minute. My dog was barking. So anyway, so I decided to just go with chickenpox scars. And like I said, that makes this baby unique in its own flaws. You can take the flaws the dolls come with and just give them uniqueness. All babies come in all kinds of different sizes, shapes, and some have, you know, real babies come with conditions, hereditary conditions that cause them to have different traits, physical traits, and the parents, they work with them and they make the baby beautiful in spite of the flaws, and that's what we're doing here. The baby did have some little indentions here on the wrist from a bracelet that was on it. They're just hardly noticeable, so there's one right there. It doesn't bother me. I'm going to enjoy the doll. I'm going to show you another Ashton Drake doll that I purchased that that I changed. You know, I got her at a really good price, and then I fixed her up and changed her, and you know, it makes me happy, so I'll show you her. When I first bought this doll, I didn't know who it was. The seller was just selling it as needing fixed up, repair, cleaned. And it took a while to figure out, I believe it's Tiffany. I'm quite sure it is. But she's got a cute little face. Like I told you about the neck, I have adjusted her stuffing so that her head will move, and it will go back a little bit, and it will go forward more. But she still has posture and very poseable. I did make her a new cloth body. I'm going to remove her clothes and show you. I'm not going to take her shoes and socks off because it's not going to really be neither here nor there. But I used her old cloth body and I made a pattern, and I just used what material I had, which was this. I originally intended to dye it brown, discovered I do not have brown dye at this time, so at some point I will remove the cloth body and dye it brown, but for now this is fine. Just like I mentioned on the Beautiful Beyonce doll, a lot of times the bodies are shorter than, the trunk of the body is shorter than it should be, and sometimes the arms are shorter. So when I made this cloth body for Tiffany, I made the cloth on the arms an inch longer, just an inch. You don't want to make it too long or you'll have too long of arms. So, and then on the trunk of the body, I made it just an inch longer too. And it turned out really well. She looks much more proportional, much more girly-ish. So she still has, I made it just like the Ashton Drake body was. I didn't want to change the body because I wanted to keep the doll as original as possible, but you know, it's not anything fancy, but it did turn out nice. I did a nice job on it. And she has posture, but she still has movement where she looks cute. She is missing some hair. I haven't done that yet. She needs some new hair rooted in. I do have the hair. The needle I was trying to use wasn't working for me, so I need to order a needle. Her hair isn't as soft as the Beyonce doll, but, and also this is like a silicone vinyl, one of their Truly Real. I'm not sure what I term as the silicone vinyl. So I did some shading under her, in her face, around her nose, and her lip paint was gone, destroyed, so I redid her lips. They're a little more orange than I wanted, but it's still pretty nice. I gave her long eyelashes. She has her original eyes, which I did gloss with a permanent gloss, and I don't have earrings. She does have pierced ears. I don't have the earrings in at the moment, but I just wanted you to see that there are ways to redo your dolls to keep them somewhat original, but to also make them how you want them to feel and pose and look. The reason I didn't want to go with a different cloth body, if I ever want to sell baby clothes and I want to use her to model it, and somebody else that has Tiffany doll is going to buy them, I want them to look, when they get the clothes, I want it to look like it did on my doll, on their doll. So, but I was really happy with the results. I really like the way she turned out. So I hope you enjoyed this video of my beautiful Boyonce. And I'm not going to say that I wouldn't dress the baby in girly clothes, you know, if I wanted to sell an outfit and I wanted her to model it. But once I dressed this baby in the boy clothes, it was like, the girl clothes were no longer working for me. So, I think in my nursery anyway, this is going to be a boy baby. And the hair just looks like boy baby hair. It just, to me, it just looks like a boy. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed stopping by, and I want my videos to be informative and helpful, because I search on YouTube and look for videos that will help me when I'm trying to decide whether to buy a doll or not, and so that's my purpose. So, hope it helps you. Enjoy your babies, and I hope you have a nice Mother's Day, which is tomorrow. Happy Mother's Day to all.